You alright guys? So today we're going to do a job that I've been putting off for far too long, and if you've recently lifted your truck, as I call it, I've molested mine now, you're probably going to have this issue, and it's your CV boots. You might get some seeping of the grease out of your CV boots because now you've molested it, you've changed the position that they're used to and it's just stretched it a little bit. In fact, I think this is split. Is it? No, it's just starting to split. But I've done the other side and I'm going to show you guys how, and it's really easy. So I don't know why I've been putting it off for so long. You can see all the grease up here and down on my bump stop that's being flung around. So it's definitely warranted that this boot needs changing and we'll get new grease in there. As I say, I've done the other side and it actually split the boot just where the band goes. So yeah, so once you're at this stage, you've got it jacked up. You want to take your skid plate off because you need to get access with a pry bar just to help dislocate the CV shaft as you pull it out. I found that this wood chisel works perfectly for getting your hubcaps off without putting any dents in them, so I'll just do that now. Now I've got access to the hub nut. And then you're going to need a 36mm socket. So you're going to want to jam a pry bar or something in to stop the wheel rotating. There we go. And just give that a tap. So next we're going to take off these four bolts on your lower ball joint and have your jack ready. Yeah, have your jack ready because we're going to support the lower control arm, and then once they're free we can manipulate the hub carrier and get it out of the way so we can get the CV joint out. Oh, and I'll probably do this the night before. I forgot if I said, but these are 14mm, and while we're at it, these ball joints are a cause for concern for catastrophic failure. You'll see some pictures online of 3rd gen 4Runners with wheels underneath them where the ball joint has just separated. So yeah, if you've not changed yours, probably worth at least looking into. So before I take the last bolts out, I'm just going to support the weight. I'm not going to drag it up too much, but just take the weight. I really need some power tools. So you can see that separating now. There we go. So now we should be able to just pull this hub assembly out of the way. I need to give the CV joint a few lug taps. And then off camera, you need to get your pry bar and just, in fact I'll show you. Ooh. And then as easy as that, she's out. So on to the next bit, rebooting this. You might lose a little bit of diff fluid, guys, so have some oil ready to just top it up. Right guys, so you got your CV joint out. So I'm just going to reboot this inboard CV boot. I'm just going to try it out. So because I've lifted it, I'm worried it because I've just got another standard one to put on. If I do have dramas with it, I'm just going to switch to a polyurethane one, like a stronger, more durable one, and then I'll probably go with both boots and that, and then hopefully we won't have any dramas. But yeah, you can see start to split around here, and we're losing grease. So before you do strip it down, you might want to make some, well, you do want to make some markings so that you put it back together exactly the way it's come apart. Making sure that this tripod goes, I'll show you the internals, but yeah, making sure this tripod goes exactly the same way, because those mating surfaces have been together for the length of this truck, and you want to make sure that everything goes back together happy. So make some markings, guys. I'm just going to scratch some lines in here. So the only thing holding the outboard together, the inboard, should I say, is the boot itself. So where's the so we'll get these bands off. So you're going to want some decent side cuts. I don't have any. Once your bands are off, again, just make sure that you're happy with your markings or whatever method you use. And then this is the messy part, so I have lots of rag. Ooh, lovely. Right. Alright, so I'll take this old boot off, I'll go clean it up, and before I strip this down, I'll just show you what I'm going to do, center punching and stuff. So all that grey looking grease is just moisture, and that's what we don't want. So you've cleaned it up, you've got your new boot, good to go, but you need to get the tripod off so that you can get the new boot on. And again, before you strip anything apart, you want to take a center punch and just make two markings so that you get the teeth exactly where they were before. You want everything to go back exactly how it was. There you go, I've just got two little center punch marks just so that I can get it exactly the way it went back together. Once you're happy, you've got your center punch marks and you're ready to take the circlip off and take the tripod. Ooh. That's really safe. And once that boot's seated in its little groove, then I'm ready to put it all back together. So once you've cleaned everything out and you've cleaned out your housing, you're ready to get your new grease on. And so I'm just going to put some grease directly onto the bearings, just so that they're not going to be starved of grease when we first start driving again. And once I'm happy I've got grease on all the bearings, then I'll put the rest just on the surfaces inside the housing. Once you've got all your grease in, remembering whatever markings you decided, to make sure that this goes on the tripod the exact way it came off. There you go. So make sure your boot's sat in the groove, and then we'll clean up any excess grease, and then we're ready to put the bands on, guys. So guys, my kit came with these types of bands. So I had to buy this kind of banding tool, which you feed in, wind it tight, and it's got like a little inbuilt cutter. So I'll get that done now. So you feed this into your tool underneath the cutter. So yeah, before you get right into it, just ensure that you're happy the rubber boot's sat in the groove, and you're good to go, because you only get one shot at this. Yeah, you need to be very careful with these types of bands because they're sharp. You don't want to cut your boot. So refitting is just reverse, but you want to just make sure that this circlip is orientate to the top, so that way when you push it in, you're not fighting against the clip. You should just push in. Are we in? Yeah, we're in. Right, so just check that that's, yeah, so that's located. Right, then back to this side. So you got your CV joint back in, put your hub nut on just so it doesn't fall out, and then we need to do the 4 bolts we took off the ball joint. We'll torque them all up. I'll give the torque settings now. These bottom ones are 80 Newton meters. And your hub nut is 235 Newton meters. Right, we're not good to go yet because we still need to put back on our split pin to make sure this doesn't come undone. And I'm just going to reuse the original one. Go. She's not going anywhere. And then the art is getting this back on without denting it, because it's just annoying if it's dented. Now I just need to top up the diff fluid, which is a 10mm Allen headed socket.